Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel English Literature. Now it is a story time and I am here with a story from Maupassant. The name of the story is Florentine. The narrator describes a story that he in a night of desolate lassitude just went out from his room. He was so depressing mood. He was in a so depressing mood that he felt that it would lead to his suicide. So he preferred to stay anywhere else except in his own room and to stay with anyone except his own companionship. So he just walked, sauntered around the roads, and finally he found a prostitute girl. There are so many. Among them, he chooses one, and I just want to read this part. I stopped her, and in a beastly fashion, without thinking, set my price for the night. I did not wish to return home alone, all alone. I preferred rather the company of embrace of this worthless woman. Okay. And so the guy went with that woman. And when he entered in his house, she just confirmed, "Are you going to stay overnight? Okay, then if you are going to stay overnight, just stay here. I have to do some jobs." So she goes indoors, and after some time, it feels that she's speaking to someone and arranging something. And after that, she just came out and led him to his room, to her room. Then they started talking, gossiping about her life, about her first affair, about how he came into this profession, etc., etc. And suddenly the narrator heard a noise just beside the room, and the girl assured him that it is nothing, just the neighbors, so he should not take tension. Okay, then they again continued their conversation, but suddenly there was a huge thud, a loud noise, and the person could not just stay in the bed at all. He just leaped out to search the source for the noise. The girl tried to persuade him not to go and just to stay, it is nothing, but he did not listen, and he just went in search of the source. And what he find, I just want to read you from the book. Okay. He found I had discovered on which side of the wall this strange noise was. I went straight toward a concealed door at the head of the bed and opened it suddenly and perceived there a poor little boy, trembling and staring at me with frightened eyes. A pale, thin little boy, beside a large chair filled with straw, from which he had fallen. When he saw me, he began to cry, and opening his arm to his mother, "It was not my fault, Mama. It was not my fault. I was asleep and I fell. You must not scold me, for it was not my fault, Mama." I turned toward the woman and said, "What does he mean?" She seemed confused and disheartened, but finally she said in a broken voice, "What can you expect? I do not earn enough to put the child in school." Actually, the boy was her child, her illegal child, whose fathership no one has taken. So she had to sustain that boy, had to took care of that boy. I must take care of him somehow, and I cannot afford to hire another room. So there is only one room. He sleeps with me when I have no one. When someone comes for an hour or two, he can stay in the closet very well and keep quiet. So the boy is instructed to keep quiet. Don't make any noise. That's why he is so frightened. He knows how. That little boy knows how to keep quiet when someone comes to Mummy. But when one remains all night, as you have. So the problem is that the narrator just took the bargain. The deal was that he will stay there overnight, and that was the problem. He knows how, but when one remains all night as you have, his muscles are fatigued from sleeping on the chair. So all night the boy was just put on this chair. That chair was with straw, and the boy has to sleep in that chair. And it is not the child's fault. I would like to see you. You sleep all night on a chair. You will sing another song. So then the mummy is now angry. She now felt how helpless she is and how helpless the boy is. So he is accusing the person, the narrator. Just let you just sleep in that chair in that condition. Then you will understand how pathetic it is. She was angry, wrought up, and was crying. The child wept too. A poor child, pitiful, timid. A good child of the closet, of the cold, dark closet. He always remained confined in the dark, cold closet when some persons come to mummy, and he has to stay calm, quiet. He cannot move his body. A child who came from time to time to get a little warmth in the bed, a moment empty. Sometimes he came to his mummy's bed when there is no one to get a bit warmth from the bed. I too had a desire to weep, and I returned home to my own bed. It is so heart-touching story. Okay, I think you like it. And if you want to read the whole story, then you must go for Maupassant story collection, and there you will find the story Florentine.